We are live now. Hello everyone. Welcome to Business Learnings. In this video, we'll talk about the recent update that had come from Supreme Court that it has rejected the plea of Vodafone Idea and Airtel that they raised for paying for increasing the duration of their adjusted gross revenue dues. So this decision was ruled in October, and Vodafone Idea and Airtel had filed a review petition to Supreme Court. They had the right to do so. That they want more time to pay these dues, since these dues were due by 24th of January, which is just a week away from now. So these companies could get into a lot of trouble. First thing, uh, these companies have already shown the losses in their accounting books, but that does not matter. Vodafone Idea showed a loss of about 50,000 crore rupees, the biggest in the Indian corporate history. In this video, we'll try to understand how is this specific decision going to impact the shares and the markets tomorrow. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow will be Friday, the last trading session of this week, and what impact can we understand, can we see there. So it was expected that Supreme Court will cancel their request, but how is the stock going to perform? So they had a total due of 91,000 crore rupees. Now, the performance of the stock will be determined by the stance of government. Government probably does not want a monopoly or a duopoly in the telecom space, and most probably it is not going to let Vodafone Idea die. Why? Because there are several reasons in favor of it, in against to it, and I'll just tell you all those reasons so that you can decide on yourself what could be the next move of government, and that move is going to define how is the stock going to perform in the coming days. So first thing is about the foreign investment. So if you have been following news carefully, you must have read that government might might scrape off the long-term capital gains tax that it introduced a year and a half ago. So how does it matter? First, it matters because after the LTGC, long-term capital gains tax, was imposed on Indian markets, a lot of foreign investors fled the market. There has been a outflow of funds. There has been an outflow. The foreign investors, institutional as well as direct investors, they have been pulling out their money from the stock market. So yes, government does not want that, given the situation when India is facing a kind of an economical crisis. Uh, this could be exacerbating the existing situation. Therefore, the government definitely does not want to impose the impression that India is a country which is against foreign investors. Vodafone Idea is, almost 50% of the stake is owned by Vodafone, and therefore, if it goes down, it will send a very bad message to the entire world, especially to the foreign investors. The government does not want that. Point number one. Uh, Another thing, recently Jeff Bezos on his India visit, he announced that he's going to plan additional $1 billion of investment in India, and he wants the exports from India to rise to $10 billion. So foreign funds are coming. It's not that they are not coming, but so these two points kind of balance each other out in my view. Next is if the government lets go, if the government decides that it does not want the AGR dues, right? Next week, what could be the implications? We already know that government has breached the fiscal deficit target that it had earlier presented in the previous year's budget. It had breached it by a higher margin. The earlier target was 3.3% of fiscal deficit was targeted. Then it was revised to 3.6, and government has breached that as well. And given the current situation when interest rates are lowered, Government has already cut the corporate taxes. Tax collections are not that great, so we do not expect that government will be having a lot of money to spend. So it needs money. How can it get money? It has already asked RBI to give more money as dividend in the last quarter. In the last year, you must have heard of the news that government takes 1.76 lakh crore rupees from RBI. So this was part of it was a dividend that RBI regularly pays, and government had asked for some additional money from RBI. So it cannot do that as well because that will cause inflationary pressure, and inflation has already been rising, interest rates going down, inflation rising. It will create a very bad situation for government. So to sum it all up, government is really trapped. 91,000 crore rupees is a big amount. If it charges these companies, the companies are going to go down. At least Vodafone Idea, it will not be able to survive. It will not be able to repay 50,000 crore rupees that it has due in the 1 week. If the government does not charge it, then it will have to breach the fiscal deficit target again, and it will create some problems in the economy in the coming financial year. So these are the implications. My opinion, what do I think? I think that government is going to, it is going to let live these companies. They will find out a way. Of course, the shares of Vodafone Idea and Airtel will take a beating tomorrow, but in the longer run, I hope that they recover. Government certainly does not want a monopoly or a duopoly. We just saw that all these three companies increased their prices, the tariffs. So yes, what do I think? I think that tomorrow these stocks are going to take a hit, but in the longer run they are going to recover. And I think that it is going to be an oligopoly. At least three players will be there. So yes, this was all. If you have been watching this video so far, thanks a lot for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do subscribe. Post any questions in the comment box below if you have them. Thanks for watching. I'll take my leave. Bye.